Good morning. It's Sunday. Forget what the date is. Anyway, it's October. Anyway, I think you can see the Sugar Shack down at the end of this line. And this is going to be main line number 1. You probably can't see it, but there's wire. Well, you can kind of see the wire strung up here. And it goes to this tree. And in this tree, there's a stretcher so that we can stretch the wire very tight. Now, on that wire goes this 3/4 inch main line. I put a plug in one end, and I will begin attaching it to this wire here, and then roll out the main line all the way down to the Sugar Shack. And there's easier ways to do this, but you need spinning things, and I just didn't want to spend the money for it, so I'm doing it the manual method. And then we'll come back and start tying up the main line to this wire. Well, I have got the line strung down, unrolled down. That was quite a feat, and I'm soaking wet inside from sweat, even though it's 30 degrees outside. So the next step is to start tying up the main line to the wire. And I have these little twist ties right here. And wherever I put it, this little tool for twisting them. And so now what I'm going to do is I'll go down ever so often and I'll put a twist tie, but I'm not going to tighten it. That's so that we can stretch it at the end. I'm going to have one of these Chinese finger thingy bobbers on each end, and then we'll use that to tighten the line, the main line, and get it as tight as possible against the wire. So I'm working my way down, and we'll get to the bottom at some point, along with my buddy Oshi, who's always on the lookout for critters. So this is what I really like about the new setup. This is the main line that goes up the hill, and it's coming right down to the Sugar Shack. And so all the taps that I connect into this line, the sap will run down to me instead of me going up and getting it at the tree, which is what I did earlier this year. So I haven't put in the wire yet for this last part. I've anchored the wire, the long leg of the wire, up onto this tree here. And then I've tacked the main line up onto this wire, and I've done it loosely so that it can be pulled tight. And then once it gets pulled tight, then I'll go along and put these ties about every foot along the whole length. And I think this is about 370 feet is all. And then I'll put one of them Chinese things on here, and that's what we'll use to tighten it. And then I've yet to do this, but I'll put another wire that'll go from here over to the Sugar Shack, and then hang the line from there. And I'm not exactly sure whether I'm going to run the sap into the Sugar Shack to a pump and then back out. I'm going to have some IBCs that are going to be in the back here, and those are going to be used to collect the sap, and also the pre-mate using the reverse osmosis. My other line number 2, that one terminates on this tree, and that one goes back up this way, and I'll need to put the line on here as well, and then run that one down to the sugar shack. And then I have plans for a third one, and the third one will go over by the pole barn. It'll have to be pumped. The sop will have to be pumped and moved over. I don't know if I'm going to get to that this year. My plans were a lot bigger than my ability to finish everything, and I kind of planned out a task for about a half dozen people, and there's one of me, but that's the way I like it. I mean, I enjoy getting out here and figuring things out and making things work, and so yeah. So anyway, next thing to do is I need to go up top and put that Chinese finger thing on. I had put the end cap on and screwed it down with some adjustable clamps, and the thing won't fit over the adjustable clamps, so I need to go back up there, take the clamps off, put it back on, and away we go.